Hi guys, Kevin here with some more Assetto Corsa action on the PlayStation 4 console. If you're enjoying our coverage, give us a thumbs up, and if you're not yet a subscriber, you can support us by hitting that subscribe button. So we are here at Barcelona, as I swerve to avoid the car in front there, and on the brakes then, down in third gear through the chicane. Just trying my best to keep out of trouble as much as possible. Can get pretty hectic through here. So we're driving the Mercedes SLS AMG GT3. As we have a little look on the inside there, very cheeky overtake. Wow. And under the brakes we're going to try and get another place here. And I just about managed to do it, I think. Yes, and make that another place. So we're up into 13th position. No, sorry, 12th position. So this is the Barcelona Moto track, which does away with the horrible chicane towards the end of the lap. You know, I'm so used to the modern day Grand Prix circuit that driving on this one was, you know, pretty different without the chicane. But, you know, it certainly was a lot more enjoyable. So having a look on the inside here and get the position there. So we're up into 11th place. This is a 3-lap race, and you're seeing the dashboard cam, which as you can see does away with the steering wheel, so this is a good view for those of you that have got racing rigs. So closing up on the car ahead then. As we come to the latter stages now, normally you have the chicane here, you're doing it right here and at the left, but here you can see very much the old style Grand Prix track. See those wonderful lighting effects, you know, once the sun sort of hits you, you know, it really does give you a very realistic feeling. You know, right now you can see it looks pretty stunning, but you know, compared to the PC version, of course there are going to be things that are going to be turned down graphically. You know, it's just the nature of it, because it's the PS4. You know, a game here is running at 60 frames per second, so there does have to be compromises, but overall I have to say, all things considering, I think the game does look decent enough. So back on the brakes then. Once again down at third, you can see the AI car running a little bit wide there. So we get a few, make up a few temps there on the car in front. Very enjoyable drive this, as I brake a little bit too late there, a little bit over eager to try and close the gap. But yeah, the car felt good under the braking, you know, accelerating felt good, but I have to say through the turns I was surprised just how twitchy the car was, you know, considering it's got racing tyres, it's got racing aerodynamics. You know, it's I guess it was to do with the weight, because it is a pretty light car. You know, it only weighs 1265 kilograms, so very light car, and you know, you have to be pretty mindful of the accelerator inputs through the turns, because it's very easy to get that back wheel to come out. So I go a little bit wide there. So you know, you do have to have your wits about you with this car. After all, you know, it does have 520 bhp and a massive 600 newton meters of torque, and you know, it's capable of 280 plus kilometers per hour. So coming up to the start finish line then to complete the second lap, onto the third and final lap then, in 11th position of 16 runners. You know, very enjoyable stuff. As I say, you know, I was a little bit surprised just how twitchy the car was, but you know, it's still fun to tame. So come around this right-hander then, you just got to come off the accelerator and then put it back on when you get through halfway through the turn or so. Building up some good speed here, up into 5th gear before hitting the brakes just before the advertisement board above. And coming up to this turn, which I got on the brakes a little bit too late last time round, and doing the same again there. So down to 2nd gear, can be taken in third that turn, but because I got so deep into the turn, I had to get it down into 2nd. Very tricky turn this, left right. You know, very much fighting against the camber of the turn. Very easy to get wrong, especially if you're driving a very, very fast car like a Formula 1 car. Through here, you just got to be a little bit patient with the accelerator before nailing it on the exit. So this is the other little change in the track. Normally you have a sharper left here, but on this particular configuration you take the wider line through here. You know, it's just a little bit more enjoyable than a modern day Grand Prix version. I just wish that they'd bring this back to the Formula 1 calendar, this track configuration. So coming around this turn for the last time, getting a little bit out of shape there. And the final turn here before we get onto the start finish straight. So that was a quick look at Barcelona Moto. We've got lots more Assetto Corsa action to come on the PlayStation 4 shortly. Hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thanks for watching.